We desire, and every Canadian desires, that the great trade of the prairies shall go to enrich our people in the East, to build up factories in the workshops of Eastern Canada, and contribute in every way to its prosperity. So how about this? We desire, every Albertan desires, that the great trade of Alberta shall go to enrich our own people, our kids, our grandkids, to build up factories and the workshops of Alberta and contribute in every way to our prosperity. We're in a business arrangement. This is what the people in the East think about us. Screw the West, we'll take the rest. That has been the way it has been for 120 years. We want to know what's going on. If you were in a business arrangement with a group of people that didn't respect you and continue to abuse you, would you stay in that business arrangement? Confederation is working exactly the way it's designed to work. Understand this. Western Canada has a population of 11.7 million people. We have 24 senators. Atlantic Canada has a population of 2.4 million and has 30 senators. But it gets worse. Alberta has a population of 4.4 million people, and we have 6 senators. We have twice as many people as Atlantic Canada, and they have 30 senators. How could we possibly get a decision go our way? And it's no different than the other side of the House. This is how the country's broken up. 42 seats in BC, 14 and 14 makes 28. That's 70. Add 34 Alberta seats. That doesn't even add up to what Ontario has. Supreme Court justices, 2 for all of Western Canada. 3 for Ontario, 3 for Quebec, 1 for the Maritimes. And equalization payments. Well, I'll tell you how it works. Quebec doesn't put Hydro-Quebec in their balance sheet. So Alberta puts our oil patch in their balance sheet, and Quebec becomes a have-not province as a consequence of that, and we end up paying them a whole bunch of money. And $13.3 billion, and it's year after year. But here's a slide that I really want you to pay attention to. Those numbers are equalization payments per taxpayer. Look at the number in New Brunswick, $6,500 per taxpayer. In PEI, $6,100 per taxpayer. So I want you to understand something. They are buying votes with our money. That's exactly what they're doing. We give $47 billion a year to Ottawa, every single year. $40,000 per Alberta household. Canada pension, let's go there. So the first thing I want you to understand is you will not lose your pension. You will remain a Canadian citizen in a free and independent Alberta. The second thing I want you to see is who's paying the bill. Look at that big red line at the bottom left. That's what Alberta pays. BC pays $8.9 billion. Everybody else is a net taker. So understand this. Alberta seniors collect $6 billion a year. Our taxpayers pay $9 billion a year to the CPP. We have a $3 billion a year overage. That $3 billion, according to the CPP Act, is supposed to go into a fund for Alberta seniors. And that's since the 60s. And that's a rule that Ontario put in because it didn't want to pay more than its share. So what happened? We, according to the CPP Act, could call back our overcontribution plus interest anytime the Premier chooses to do that. So I'm asking a question, why hasn't she done it? That number that Ottawa owes us today is $400 billion. Now I want you to unpack that a little bit. Just understand this. CPP is claiming to get 9.5%, so we'll round it off 10% interest. So just the interest on that money is $40 billion a year, plus a $9 billion contribution. Our seniors collect $6. We had a $43 billion net on that. We could afford to give our seniors a 6-fold increase in pay and not touch a principal.